Abhishek asked, what exactly is human psyche? Can you please put some light? Well, as you know, we act and react to things, to matters. We think about things, we feel about things, we react to things, and we wonder, why do we do that? Where does these thinkings that we do that affects the way we feel? Because how you feel is based on how you think. So we want to know why these thoughts, where these thoughts, these thinking business comes from. What is thought? So psyche talks about, or is included in the psyche, in the whole general question of psyche, what is thought? What is the relationship between thought and consciousness? How is consciousness born? How is it put together? What is fear? Where does that come from? What does it mean? What is the role of ego and desire? How does desire born? How is it born? How is it created? How does it come to play? What about ego? Where does that come from? All these are part of the content of the consciousness, part of our programming, part of our conditioning. And if we don't understand how they react and act and interact with each other, we don't understand then what is it that makes us function the way we do? What is it that makes us react or feel the way we do about things? Be it the relationships, breakups, or day-to-day things that we deal with, or how we understand and interact with the others. Are we actually interacting with the other person, or we are interacting with the consciousness of the other person? So my consciousness and the other person's consciousness are interacting. On what basis? What's in each consciousness? What is included in each one of our consciousnesses? How has it been put together? And am I really interacting with you, or am I interacting with the image of you that I have created of you in my mind? Are you really interacting with me, or do I have an image depending on where I go? If I go to a shop, I'm a shopper. I have the image of a shopper. If I go to university to teach, well, I have an image of a teacher. If I'm sitting somewhere to learn, I have an image of a student. If I'm talking with my son, I have an image of a friend. I have an image of a father. If I'm talking to my mother, I have an image of a son. These images, depending on how and where we are in the daily life, what we are dealing with, changes. Used, thrown out, a different image, and that what we are at that moment. And then next moment, I'm doing something else, interact in a different environment, then my image changes based on that. And again, I throw that out and take a next image. The funny thing is, we all interact with each other with the image that we have of ourselves and the image that we have of the other person. Yet, when we get hurt, like in relationships, we wonder and we become devastated and we think we've been hurt. But in reality, we haven't been hurt, because we always have an image that we are using to interact and negotiate life with the others and with other things in the nature or in our relationships. So really, what has gotten hurt? Our image. And the image has no reality or actuality to it. It's what you have created of yourself in your mind. And that image, in that relationship with the other image of that person, got hurt. But really you didn't. You're intact, perfectly as you've ever been. That's why in a short time, you will again regain the understanding that nothing has happened to you. It was just a shock. You thought you got hurt by that girl leaving you, or that relationship not working. But you really didn't get hurt. It was your image in the relationship that now has been rejected, or somehow is not working, or thinks that it got hurt. Your emotion, and your emotion based on your thoughts. So really, in reality, in actuality, nothing went wrong with you. You're perfectly fine with all the apparatus and all the abilities to do whatever it is that you wanted to do and you could do before this relationship, through this relationship, after this relationship. You're still intact. Nothing happened. All these images were what we're interacting with each other. So These are part of the psyche, because it is like when you are you're standing in front of a clear surface of the water, and you throw a stone in it, and a stone splashes into the water, makes some waves, and then soon enough, after a while, these waves that were so devastating, so alarming, they actually eventually dissipate. The rock is taken in by the water, by the body of the water, and it's covered. The hole it created, it's automatically, naturally covered. Same thing happens with us. When we go through a breakup, it's like a rock thrown in that pond of clear and quiet and calm water. It creates splashes, and we wonder what happened. There is a danger, there is an attack. But then the energy that flows through us from one end of the universe to the other end of the universe, that passes through us, makes us capable to be alive and do what we do. That energy, naturally like the body of the water, takes that disturbance in, and automatically energy flows, recovers, repairs, and the ripples become quiet, and you're bigger than all these that is seemingly attacking you, these events of life, because the energy is abundant in the universe, and you're connected with the abundant energy of the universe. So it's like the body of the ocean, that every part of it is connected to the rest of the ocean, so it's very humongous and powerful, lots of water. It covers that place where the rock fell, and it cleans up. The energy also would clear that disturbance that you felt through that event of life, and you realize that after a while everything is calm and you're just like before. But it does take a bit of time until this water covers it up and the ripples disappear. Same thing, until the energy fills you up and gives you that feeling of nothing is wrong with you. You're still part of me, part of the nature, part of the energy, and you're still strong and powerful, and it is just a disturbance which after a while you will forget, and it will not be of any harm to you. During that time that it takes for the ripples to go away, for the energy to recover and make you feel that you're whole again, you're perfectly fine, nothing happened to you, you may remember where the rock fell. And that's where the pain is, because you remember where the rock fell. But there is no more rock anymore, and there is no more disturbance anymore. Everything is fine, as long as you recognize that you're bigger than the problem that you may be facing with. Something for you to think about.